What is the Greek culture in a college? Because I honestly, because I've never went. Like, I've never went to college. I don't understand it because I just never been.
Why the we want to be Greek? We always sit up and talk about we African and all that different type of stuff.
What is the origin of the Greek
explain
Greek culture in college?
Every day we sitting up here, we talking about going back to Ghana, all this stuff.
Nah, his mind's made up.
When is we going back to Greece?
No, I want to know. EA, tell me. Somebody tell me.
Somebody explain it to me, because I'm clueless.
You're not an open-minded person right now, so
I want to
I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue.
Can you talk to me?
I'm not gonna see all the hand slapping, and he's not open-minded right now. I can't do this.
Who took the biggest L in 2022?
2022. That's easy. It rhymes with easy.
Nah. I think it's Elon Musk.
I think Ye's influence is so much greater than Elon Musk. But you're absolutely right. Elon took a huge, tremendous L, but his people will forgive him.
I don't know.
Much quicker than Ye's people will forgive him.
Do you think it's still the best place for immigrants to come and make a bag?
I mean, a bag is relative. Can immigrants come here and make a bag? Absolutely. But the immigrants that come here and make a bag, they do things that Americans don't want to do. Exactly. They don't want to do. So it's easy from that standpoint, but can they go other places and do the same thing? Probably. I know America at one point, it was easier to get here, right, compared to other places. So from that standpoint, it's easy to get there, and then all I got to do is go do what other people don't want to do, what the Americans don't want to do, and I'll get a bag.
You a Q?
No, sir.
You Alpha?
No, sir.
Beta?
Nah.
I don't know what none of this shit is, to be honest with y'all. Y'all know I did not go to college.
You just like
you
snatched all of the
What's a
energy.
beta?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought I said something wrong.
No.
He's the closest thing to a beta.
That nigga right there?
Yeah.
It's 5 beta sigma, right?
Yeah, but it ain't a beta though.
I don't know what none of this stuff. I don't know what it is.
All right, so you a Kappa or something, right?
Yes, sir.
A Kappa.
He's a
I
Kappa.
thought the women's was the Kappa.
No, they're AKA.
I don't know. Don't
the
take this
letters
the wrong
all
way.
mean they all letters, but then when you jumble them up, you can't just say one of the letters because one of the letters
They be saying it
represent
like that.
Other.
The women's be like, I'm a Kappa. Like my cousin, she's a Kappa.
No, she's not. She's AKA.
AKA, yeah. That's what I meant. That's what I meant to say.
She's not a Kappa.
So you a Kappa?
Yes, sir.
And that's a red color.
Yes, sir.
That's red.
I be seeing it. I seen on Drumline.
Gang, man. You said
it's on Drumline. It's just see that shit on Drumline.
It's a gang. It's red.
You in it? Which one you in?
Which one you think they had in the
I don't know. Do they have that over there?
In the federal penitentiary, they got Bloods, Crips, Muslims, motherfuckers. Turn that shit on and hit that joint right there. If y'all want to put the clock on too. Y'all be my clock up,
who'd you rock with?
Who?
Yeah, which one?
Who I rock with now? I always had my own gang. Always, ever.
So what were y'all? The curls?
I'm me. I'm him. Everywhere. We gotta go every time before we start the podcast.
I'm trying to understand.
I gotta tell these motherfuckers.
Who you are again, over again.
Him. Yo, so
if I went, go ahead.
All the emails was my mans in them. All the ran the Bloods, Crips, my mans in them. Like with that.
So you Gaddafi in that joint.
You just him. You just be you. Like that's it. But when you trying to be be telling.
You like a boss?
So listen, no. First of all,
he was there with him.
Look, be telling. All right. So when you go to jail,
so you got snitches in the jail?
95% of the people took a plea or told.
Okay, I thought you meant like with the population in jail, you got snitches in jail.
You got all that. Yeah, you got all that. It's a whole nother world.
They just switch their snitch when they get in because it's a different world. So now they snitching the COs and shit.
Think they way to maneuver around a joint.
They gotta do what they gotta do.
With the people.
Most people join for protection or something.
That's where I was going with the whole joint. Whereas now if everybody damn near got co-defendants, right? You bound to run into somebody that know you ain't right on the case.
Yeah, you lying.
Right? Yeah. So you need some type of protection. And this is what be happening. So most people got protected when they took their shahada. Once they took their shahada, they didn't they didn't ask him no questions.
They was done.
Yeah, I love my brother for the sake of Allah. And then it was mad hot.
You know who I think you were in prison? Like, I be watching these Netflix movies. It's the guy at the end of the table that don't nobody f with, and they don't even know who he's with.
Yeah.
He's that guy. Just don't go down
just
there.
be quiet.
Just don't go
Don't
down
say
there.
nothing. Yeah,
just leave him alone.
Don't know how to approach him.
Everybody
like
knows
that.
he cool, but just don't mess with him. Hey,
cool
if I went to college, you know I ain't go to college, right? What you think I would have joined?
You would have joined nothing. I know. All right.
Nah, he would have been a.
He wouldn't have did nothing.
No, he wouldn't. You resonate. No, you resonate with people. You connect with people.
Who you think I would have been? This is your opinion.
You would have been probably an alpha. Yeah, just because
Like
alphas.
I agree.
No. He's not. He's
I'm
a
a
Sigma.
Sigma, bro.
Yeah.
I'm dumb to this.
All right, let me tell you, if you had to be something, this is what you would have did. You'd have went through the alphabet, and you would have seen what letter ain't associated with
And I'd have
nothing,
took that.
and you would have started your own mother tribe.
No, he wouldn't.
I know.
He just asked me. I'm telling you, he would have been an alpha because he's cerebral.
No, I was just
and
saying,
they
who you
believe
think?
they're cerebral.
What's cerebral mean?
Just you're a thinker.
That right
You're a
there,
thinker.
that being that thinker.
And there's a bunch of cats. You would have kicked it with thinkers.
Let me tell you.
I can go back. I can go back to college right now, right? I can sit here and go back to the cliques in college right now.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
And I can bring, that's 100 years ago, bring it up to today, and those cliques are still together. And I know the ones that are doing really, really well, and the people who aren't, because of the people they ran with in college.
So you think so?
And I'm thinking that you would have found that group of people that are cerebral as well, which a bunch of them are alphas.
I mean, yeah. I'm a thinker, but I don't think I'm a thinker.
Oh, man, with the bull. Right, look,
we just went through a whole business plan.
Everywhere you go, bro. Like, some of don't need a bunch of people to run with to
They would have been running with us.
Well, first of all,
it's not validation.
Man, absolutely, people be needing communities and shit like that. That's what they need. And I'm telling you that this is the culture. And we go in, listen, this is the culture. So we go in there and we're not independent thinkers. So we wind up getting down with a clique. It's the same thing everywhere you go.
So question.
If you're not down with a clique now, bro, you wouldn't have got down with a clique then.
He's down with a clique now.
Who's the clique?
It's a small circle, but he's down with a clique of people right now. It's
you
a
say
small
they're
circle.
Thinkers.
Absolutely.
So question.
Like-minded.
I don't know. I personally would think that I wouldn't have joined anything.
Maybe.
I personally, but anyways,
you joined the army.
Yeah, because of healthcare.
Gang.
Because of healthcare, and I ain't had nothing to do after college.
Hey,
had
I'm
nothing
just
to
saying.
do with it.
He came up with a reason. You joined the army.
But it really depends on.
Yeah, because
gang.
my mom said it was either where.
Yo, if was thinking, right? Why the f we want to be Greek? We always sitting up here talking about we African and all that different type of stuff.
What is the origin of the Greek
explain
Greek
this
culture
to me, because
in college?
Every
I don't
day
know.
we sitting up here, we talking about going back to Ghana, all this type of shit.
Nah, his mind's made up.
When is we going back to Greece?
Your
No,
mind's made
I
up.
want to
I'm
know.
not.
EA, tell me. Somebody tell me.
Somebody explain it to me, because I'm clueless. I went to jail. I came up in the street. I don't know nothing about this on the couch.
You're not an open-minded person right now, so
I want to
I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna
Can
argue
you talk
with
to
you
me?
right now. I'm not gonna see all the hand slapping, and he's not open-minded right now.
Yo,
I can't do this.
Can you talk to me though?
Yeah, we can talk. What's the question, man?
What is the Greek culture in a college? Because I honestly, because I've never went. Like, I've never went to college. I don't understand it because I've just never been.
Right, and a lot of people don't understand it because a lot of the information is kind of sacred to the organization, right?
No, not one particular one, but like how the Greeks came up in college. How did that come up?
Yeah, I mean, they're black Greeks. There is organizations. I can't do this, man. This energy over here, I can't do this right now because I got peripheral vision right now.
Call you later?
Call me later, man. My peripheral
Man,
right now.
It might be people on the train
peripheral
that want to know.
We can't tell. We can't tell because this energy over here is killing me, man.
Hey, make your energy so high that it knocks my shit down.
Do you believe what you're saying?
Do I believe about what?
What you about to say?
I'm about to tell you the origin. I'm not going to say.
All right, tell me.
Nah, man.
I'll call you
we'll
later.
talk about it later.
I'll call you later.
Whew.
Yo,
Jesus.
ain't having it.
Jesus.
You ain't having it. Ain't having it. Here's what I have
And the
seen.
irony, he got one of the biggest and dopest cliques in the city.
Yeah, he said, but
I started my own gang.
But it's a clique. It's a clique.
Yeah, he's saying that, but he's saying
he go to buy in in my gang. It's a 90-day challenge. You come in, you pay $100, $150 a month, right? And your hazing is to just get a transformation
But
in 90 days.
No, you're talking about both sides of your neck. If you're gonna be on your own, be on your own. If you're gonna have a click, have a click.
No,
you can't say I'm on my own and I don't have a click.
Hold on.
You a leader of a clique.
Hold on.
It's still a click. Leader, not leader,
listen,
it's still a click.
Motherfucker, follow me. I don't got nothing to do with none of that other getting down with a motherfucker.
You don't need a clique. Be your own. Just go be a Lone Ranger. Go out here. You don't need a clique.
It's my flag. I'm flying my flag.
So how you gonna get on other cliques?
No, listen to what I'm saying. I created my own language. I created my own.
Yep.
This is a culture.
Most of them do. Yep.
You know why?
Yep.
No, let me tell you why.
Why?
So I ain't gotta follow nobody else. Cause I know where my came from. My came from inside of me.
It's still.
But you also grew up with a
Bro,
code.
I'm just talking about me.
No. I'm saying, but you grew up with a code though, right? Like the code that had led you to create your own thing, that came from someone. That is click-like.
You know, here's what I think.
So it's very similar in that.
Nah, once I seen in the street f***ing up codes,
you knew that wouldn't mean nothing.
Yeah, so I ain't never get down with they shit either. All that code, they shit up.
Yeah.
Now my shit is governed off laws and principles. I just gave y'all a book called The 12 Universal Laws of Success. These are laws of the universe. Now, these right here, they gonna go in the Greek culture, and the African culture, and the blood culture, and the Crip culture, and the Muslim culture. They gonna underline all that shit that them motherfuckers talk about. I ain't gotta get down with none of them if I serve them motherfucking laws, dog. And the sooner we know that, the sooner we out here doing what we need to do to steer people in the right way. I have no idea what these motherfucking intentions. I don't need none of them for a network. I create my own network. So everything that's privy to the big homie, y'all just said he was a Q.
Yeah.
That's my man.
Yeah.
So I ain't have to become a Q to get in his network. I had to build value with him. I'm teaching motherfucking principles. These are laws.
But the characteristic of any clique, right?
Yo,
the characteristics of your clique. Period. It's not like your clique is totally unique from any other clique. If we took the name off of your clique and took the name off of the other ones that you're talking about,
let me tell you,
it's the same.
All right, let me tell you.
They have principles and laws.
Person of Prosperity. Check this out. I got Congressman wrote a quote, right? Then House of Representative guy wrote a quote. House of Representative guy wrote a quote, right? Then Deputy Chief wrote a quote, right? Then look, Wallow, somebody that served over 20-something years, right? Then my homeboy from Brooklyn served 40 years in prison, right? I got all these people in one spot. You know why? Because I understand how ecosystems work. There's somewhere in the ecosystem where every single thing touches one thing. Guess what I did? Became that thing where everybody touches. See, when motherfuckers start to understand that type of thinking, that's when you get leverage.
But
that's
you're
when you rise to the
suggesting
top of the cream of the
there's
crop.
no other ecosystem and no one else has written a book that had other people that had congressmen and representatives that didn't touch it.
If those things were given to the little homies that came into college from the RIP, then they wouldn't be trying to run up for a motherfucker to go ahead and haze them for I don't know how many months so they can get down with the clique.
Hey,
so they can
how do you know somebody hazes?
Look,
where you get that?
I see drumline.
Initiation process. I be watching movies and shit. I get all my shit off of Hulu, Amazon, and all the
that makes it real.
VCR
That makes it real.
tapes I used to watch back in the day.
EA, were you hazed?
VHS.
EA, were you hazed?
Nah, I wasn't hazed.
Yeah. Keep it all the way funky.
So I got a question then.
Yeah.
Did you guys have to go through some procedure to get involved? Because not everybody got accepted, right? There was people had to be accepted.
Anybody that was interested, they were interested. In my time, anybody that was interested, they were interested, and then they decided to quit.
No. I'm asking you a question.
Yeah.
Everybody that was interested
Yeah.
didn't get selected. Is that true?
No, it's not true.
So
they deselected themselves at a certain point.
And why typically is that somebody would deselect?
It's like somebody dropped out of basic training. It's like somebody who quit the football team. It's like
you drop out of basic training or some advanced training because you can't handle the training inside of the. So what type of training did you guys go through?
A lot of mental training, a lot of studying.
In the culture, they might not be able to divulge.
I know he can.
Yeah, a lot of mental and learning.
I just want you to say that.
And yeah, a lot of training.
Just say it's private.
A lot of training.
And it was regimen. So like I lived a lot better, healthier lifestyle back then. I'll say this. I was more fit. I was, there was a lot of studying, like you said.
Which one of the Greek groups are more successful throughout the world?
Oh, it's
Is there?
Everybody will give you their
that's
successful
that's
list.
subjective though.
Yeah, everybody will give you
No,
their
it's not
list.
subjective.
It is subjective.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
just
is.
cut it out.
Everybody will give you a
mean-
list of their most prominent members. Everybody can do that.
No, but I mean, come on.
No, I'm serious.
I mean-
Everybody can give you a list of the most prominent. So let me.
I get it, but
I
I'm
don't
saying-
want to. I don't want to create no facade here. So when it comes to how did we get on Greek life?
Because I'm interested in it.
So we. There
part of my life that I
were some
never got to
people.
experience.
There were some people who did stupid stuff, right? So make no mistake about it. There was hazing. There's documented hazings. People went to jail for hazing. People
Really?
died as a result of hazing. So hazing was a thing, and
So it's like a gang. Like some gangs, you get jumped in or something, or you do something.
Yeah. But folks wised
Yeah,
up.
I definitely would've
Leaders wised up and said, we're not going to have this, and so it looks totally different today than it looked, 30, 40 years
because
ago.
of the microscope is on things.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have joined anything, only because, I just wouldn't. But anyways, yeah, because I knew I would look at the leader. I mean, I did it in the military. I looked at the guy that was been there 10 years before me. I looked at him and I'm like, you're dumb.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're
A
talking
lot of
about.
that. A lot of that happened.
Yeah, and I said I can't join you because your leader.
Yeah, there was a couple times.
He's only a leader because he's been here for 4 years.
Yeah, there were a couple times. Me and my line brother said, as soon as we cross, we getting him, and him was a part of was the organization because him was whack.
Yeah, so I think
On a whole
to
bunch of
the
levels.
contrary, though, the new guys or young guys are looking at the ones that are in the organizations as the cool guys. So that entices them to
Even more
to want to do that and want to cross or whatever.
Yeah. And make no mistake about it. So you got the party side, you got the fun side, you got all that, but all of these, the Divine Nine I can speak to, they have pretty defined goals and objectives as it relates to the community, as it relates to their members, and just enhancing their lives, providing service. So I know that's a big initiative and a big motive behind the organization. So so when you strip back the step in, when you strip back, the partying and the fun, it's a community organization that have raised millions of dollars, that have sent tons of kids to college, that have done a lot of great things
So at
for
the end of the
their
day,
communities.
it's a brotherhood or a sisterhood, and many of the. It's just a sense of belonging to something, and most people in this world need that.
Absolutely.
Need that.
No, we started with that.
Yeah, I'm just
Absolutely.
understanding. I'm wrapping it up. I understand.
But I just want to emphasize the service and the value that these organizations bring to their communities.
Nigga,
Yes,
but we
there's some
ain't pitching this.
knuckleheads,
I
there's
get
some
it.
partying,
We ain't
and all
gotta
that
pitch
crap.
this.
So I ain't pitching it, but I just want to bring that full circle and paint a full picture.
Are we gonna leave some donation buttons at the bottom of this?
No, I don't need to leave no donation buttons.
We
man.
good?
We can donate to the trip to Ghana, with QEA. They can donate to that
Yes.
if they want to donate to that.
Yes,
and some other initiatives that we have, but not just for Greek organizations.
Yo, obviously, it's been a good week.
Great week.
Like, social media's been crazy. People hate the things I'm saying. It's just always the things you say aggravate people, ruffle feathers.
Yeah.
Ruffle feathers. The normal people hate the when you challenge what they know.
Oh, 100%.
Why is that?
100%. Because you get rooted and comfortable in your thing, and somebody challenges it, and that somebody makes sense. Like, wait, now you got me questioning what I believe, and that's uncomfortable.
I always try to think, what's one, like, Lynch, what's one of the biggest misconceptions or biggest things you learned, or misconceptions, or I want to say biggest misconceptions, or biggest things that you realized when you became like successful, when you was like, I don't know, I'm trying to, y'all get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you ever had a waking moment, like after, I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, me personally, a bunch of them. So it's like, and Lynch has talked about this. Once you have a specific goal that quote unquote is a success goal, and you hit that goal, and you're like, oh, this is what's here. Okay. Then you add another one. Then you go, oh, you hit that one. Like, oh. So it's you're excited about the journey to get to that place, but then when you get to that place, it's kind of boring. And then you go to the next place. One aha moment for me was $1 million is not a lot of money, and it's not enough money to do the things that, you know, that I want to do and I need to do. And like, when you get $1 million, and like I said, you go buy a coat, you're not a millionaire no more.
Unless you go to Burlington Coat Factory and use the coupons. I think sometimes you get cash back.
All right. So that was that. You know, financially, that was an aha moment. And then, like I said, man, just hitting the, you know, like, well, one other thing. So, you know, like right now, social media tries to project what success is, and oftentimes, you know, you're comparing your worst to someone else's absolute very best.
Fabricated best.
Fabricated best, absolutely. And so even when you hit the thing, like when I got like a foreign car, it was like, oh, this is cool. But then it's like, all right,
you didn't drive it.
Yeah, I didn't drive it. But then it was like,
did you ever sell that thing?
Nah. Had 2 deals that fell through. So it's still sitting over there.
Wow.
Anybody wants to buy a BMW 850i, give me a shout.
How much you want for it? I don't need that. I'm leaving.
You want it, man.
I'm
Take it over there. Take it over there. We can ship it.
That's a taxi.
We can ship it. We can ship it. I swear it is. I swear it is.
Lynch, what about like a lie that you discovered? Like, damn, that was a lie. Because I be coming up with those, especially because most of us live in like a box. No matter how big your box is, it's still some type of box, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's mentally or
man,
physically.
I gotta think about that for a second. I guess after you give me yours, I'll probably have one.
You know, I think one of the big misconceptions. I think one of the lies that I learned was like, it's hard. Like, whether it's success or whether it's like achieving your goals, it's like it's a hard thing to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes, it's not completely easy, but it's also not as difficult as the person that's there kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like when you go speak to somebody who is like very successful monetary wise, right?
Yeah.
So you go talk to somebody who's 100 million, billion, whatever, and they have come to the realization that it was actually simple. Right? You ever like did a marathon or did some type of Tough Mudder or something, and then you get to the end of it and you like, you know, actually that wasn't hard. You know what I'm saying? You go to
What's the saying? You say it's simple, but
simple ain't always easy.
Yeah.
Stuff be simple.
I guess that's a good way to say it.
Yeah, simple ain't always easy. It's just so, you know, the thrill is just in the process. You know, the goal ain't. The goal serves as, the goal is going to just serve for 3 purposes. 1, so that you got clarity of objective. 2, so that you can basically stay motivated. And 3, you're going to, what's my 3rd point, Rod? I just said it to the young boys earlier. I said clarity of objective and what was the 3rd one, Rod? It was 3 things why you should have a goal. After you get the goal, man, you gotta throw the shit out the window.
Yeah.
Take a drink of your R7, see if you can get your memory back.
I mean, once you get the goal, man, you gotta throw that shit out the window, and you gotta do all the work that it take to get there. And then when you get ready to go run the actual race, you prepared. So,
and I talk to people in a lie. When I talk to folks and they say, if I just had this, if I had more money, more time, I would be okay. That's a lie.
That's true.
Yeah, that's definitely true right there.
Yeah, that's a lie. But they don't. And I said, no, that's not the case. That's not true. And they go, no, I'm telling you, if I had more money, then I would be able to yada, 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 yada.
It'd be everything.
It's hard.
If I had this, if I had that, and when you get this, that, you probably got more mother problems.
Right. Yeah, 100%. And I think another lie is that success, quote unquote, success is a destination.
No,
it's a point.
It's a point
in time.
Right.
You know, it's a destination, and you're going to be successful. But yeah, it's definitely a journey. It's not nonstop. And I heard, God, what's the name of the rapper? He was being interviewed, and he's like, I'm never going to stop working. And then he asked the interviewer, who do you know that's not working? And the interviewer was like, oh. And he was like, I know billionaires that get up every day and go to work, right?
For sure.
And so then somebody might say, well, why does a billionaire have to get up and go to work? Somebody who doesn't have money may say, why does a billionaire have to get up and go to work? And that's because that's what billionaires do. That's how they become billionaires.
It's built into you.
Yeah, and you can't get it out. I need help.
Well, what?
I need to build a community of truck drivers that rock with my clique. I need to build a community of truck drivers.
I'm the guy
that rock with my clique.
Yeah,
so that's why I said I need help.
Community.
Okay, so
or we can get the rest of the Kappas to help us.
Wow.
I mean, that is a good resource, though.
Right.
I mean, it should be.
Kappa truck drivers should rock with us, but
we throw that out there. We should be strong.
Possibly.
But
so what you mean by community of truck drivers?
So what? Picks and shovels, right?
Picks and shovels.
So I'm building. I aspire to build a community of truck drivers that I can inspire, I can inform, I can educate.
That's right.
I can sow into them. Because again, the truck driver, the most important individual in the supply chain, is not treated well at all. And so we got to flip that.
In America?
In America, yeah, in America, they're not treated well at all.
There you go.
And so I need help building out this community. And well, first of all, I believe it's important to build a community, because once you build a community, then you have what? You got dedicated followers, right?
So what does this community look like? Why would they be in this community?
Because they need support. They need education. They need stuff that nobody's giving them right now.
Yeah. Okay, so you're saying like these are actual drivers.
These are. It could be a company driver. They work for a company, or it could be an owner operator, the guy that has his own authority, has his own truck, and he kind of hung his own shingle, and he's out there like right now, but he knows how to drive, but he doesn't have a good handle on like running a business, and he needs help with personal finance. He needs help with just being motivated. He needs help with his mental health, et cetera.
And so, currently, truck drivers, do they have any type of community already?
There are like Facebook
associations or anything like that?
Things like that. Yeah.
Well, I think he's saying that if they do, they don't have the type of holistic community that he wants to build.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where they are and what they look like. Yeah. Like you say, you need help building it.
Right.
Yeah, most of them are drivers though.
Yeah.
I think most of them are drivers because there are a lot of issues. Like, these people are the glue to this entire industry, and they basically are the bottom of the totem pole, where their health is getting, run amok. They're not being able to take care of themselves, and there's a lot of information and things like that.
So I think the only way the fastest way you grow this community is by giving away the information that that you've learned so far,
right,
in a singular polar place, whether that's YouTube, whether that's Instagram, where you're like giving this knowledge away so that they can be attracted to you. Because what happens is, once if you create content around the trucking industry, and it's not gonna be the same, like how to start a trucking business. Right. You're not trying to do that, are you?
No.
So you just create this content around current truckers, right? Most of it now is around how to get a truck.
Right.
But once you create that content and people click on it, you fall into their algorithm of continuously being served to them.
Gotcha.
And so if one trucker is watching it, then they probably going to suggest to another known trucker. And so it becomes this rolling thing, right? So if truckers are searching for the same thing, trucker fitness, whether it's trucker healthcare, whether it's whatever
mental health,
truckers' mental health and all these things, then you will start to fall in it. So I would create, I personally, I think if you want to fall into an algorithm fast, you're going to have to create 3-minute snippets, TikTok or less, or create long form on YouTube, and then chop it down onto Instagram with that 1 or 2 hashtags every video. Trucker life, truck driver, something like that.
Gotcha.
And TikTok is how you fall into somebody's algorithm and you stay. So like if I watch a 2-minute video, if I watch 2 minutes of your video, then it says, "Oh, he likes this guy." Within the next 10 swipes, I'm gonna see you again if you got content, or related content,
Gotcha.
and they don't even have to follow you.
Gotcha.
And so you want to fall in that. So we can come up with a plan on what that looks like.
Gotcha.
But you got to build. I mean, because I built a community on Facebook. Again, it's got 120.
That's what I'm asking y'all.
120,000 people on it.
Right. Yeah.
Right, and I built that. It got to 120,000 like in 18 months.
Right.
But that's how you do it. Things were different now. I think it's made it a little bit easier now.
Gotcha.
It's a lot of noise, but I think consistency, that's another thing.
Yeah, being consistent. Yeah.
And that's why we got to get that your home set up solid.
Gotcha. Gotcha. What about you, Lynch? Because I mean, both of y'all have built some phenomenal communities. And, I'm asking this question like on this platform because I know there's some people out there trying to offer things and sell things, but they don't have a community.
Yeah.
And once you have that community, I think that just makes your life
we talked about
easier.
that earlier. We were just talking about a post that we saw. Me and him were talking about some things that we liked in other brands, and we saw this guy kind of giving out information on the same things that we were talking about, and then
Who was doing that? Same things that
some of the stuff that we were talking
was
about.
doing that?
You talking about who's the guy?
Yeah.
I don't want to say his name or anything. So he was giving out information, but trying to get people in his course, and he was giving out great information. But last week we actually talked about how people give out their best stuff for free. And, the course is like a long drawn out version of that, but you also get access to people's communities. So people, buy courses to get access to that network and the communities and stuff like that and get the long drawn out information as well. Gotcha. And then what we were talking about in going back and forth, we also said, but this guy doesn't have a community. So you get his free information and there's no reason for you to buy his course.
Gotcha.
Because he's giving out his best game for free.
Gotcha.
So anyway, I just said all that to say.
So is that advantageous to give out your best game for free, or
If you can follow it up with, if you have if you have a community for them to go to.
Right. Okay, gotcha.
Right. So he does have. So remember, we talked about people that are, paying for these courses and things like that, and we like, why are you doing this, that, and third? And I said, well, if it adds value to you, then you'll probably go ahead and take the next step and things like that. But what I'm telling you is there really ain't much value in his next step because it's just a long drawn out version of just take that information, act on that real quick. You'll see how it serves you. And he doesn't have a community for you to get into. But you, on the other hand, are saying, I need to build my community first. I need to build my community now, which is dope because people don't think like that. There's an end game thought to it. So his is going to stop when that product, whenever the knowledge of that product is done, that's where his service and whatever he got going on after that is cut off, is done after that. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, to answer your question, I think you started off in the right vein, actually telling us, kind of why you wanted to do that. It sounds cliche and but that why is super huge.
I be trying to tell y'all, there's very few people take my advice.
Man, a lot of people take your advice. Shut up. How you build a community of 120,000 people, nobody taking your advice? Stop it.
No, not like that. I mean, like the entrepreneur side. You guys have to get a built-in creator on your team.
Okay.
You have to. It's the person that's going to document these things that you want to do. It's going to force you to do it. And they're not that expensive in the sense that you're just getting somebody that has limited skills.
You just got to make that investment.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, I know you know. You already know.
Right.
You just got to find somebody consistent. But that's a whole nother thing. Yo, who took the biggest L in 2023? 2022.
2022?
2022.
That's
That's easy.
He said that's easy.
Yeah, that's easy. It rhymes with easy.
Nah.
You don't think it's as big as L?
Tory Lanez. That's a big L.
Why you think that's the biggest L in 20? I think it's Elon Musk.
Elon Musk took a big L.
He did take it.
And I'm not even talking monetarily because I don't even care about his net worth fluctuating. No, I mean, I didn't even talk about money-wise. I mean, come on, bro. I know you watching because you you stocked up in there.
Yeah. So
I think his reputation took a toilet bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about that today.
Like and I called this.
The only reason I say Ye is because I think Ye's influence is so much greater than Elon Musk. But you're absolutely right. Elon took a huge, tremendous You know, he took a tremendous L, but his people will forgive him.
I don't know.
Much quicker than Ye's people will forgive him.
I don't think Ye's ever asked for forgiveness from his people.
No, he hasn't asked for it.
Or
Neither one of them.
I don't
have.
think he needs it.
Neither one of them have. But I think
I think
Ye drops a product.
I
I think Ye drops a product and he's back.
Yeah, I don't think Ye's is a loss.
I mean, they was waiting for.
I think when he does the product, once he's doing some stuff right now, and when this blows over and he drops that product, he's about to show everybody that the stuff that we're actually trying to tell people to do, like their own thing and stuff like that.
So I agree with you.
He's gonna be the poster child of the Endgame, like literally.
I think his destruction was a path to his where he needs to be at. Yeah. But Elon, I think at the end of the day, Elon's ego really killed. Like what made Elon also made Elon not a good,
not Elon
anymore. Right, yeah. And I think because let's look at some of the timeline. Elon says he wants to buy Twitter at an overvalued price, $54 billion, I think it was.
Yeah.
Then withdraws his offer after making a commitment. Then is forced to because he ends up going to court. They're going to court. Mm-hmm. He has to buy it at this exaggerated price. He liquidates a ton of his stock in not only leverages, but then liquidates as well. Mm-hmm. Borrows money from other billionaires who now hold him by the testicles. And he has to pay $1 billion a year in interest on the money, whatever that means. And then he goes into the company and he uses Twitter as his daily megaphone that people are now paying attention to because he's a new CEO. Mm-hmm. So he makes theatrics of the entire firing people, which is fine. He let people go. He was over. The company had too many workers. But then he starts talking too much and people start to realize he's not the genius we thought he was, right? He's spending so much time at Twitter that people on the board of Tesla are starting to get aggravated because there's a clear, his stock is tied to his character in the news, in the media. And he thought it was better if he controlled his narrative with his own media. Mm-hmm. It wasn't. Dang. And so he pissed his original clients off of buying people who really supported Tesla were people who were earth conscious. Just give them the name tree huggers. Mm-hmm. Tree huggers were earth conscious. Typically people living on the coastlines and California and these places. And then he started with his political rhetoric that just was the most of the time is the opposite of these people who actually bought his product. Mm-hmm. I call that from a long time ago. The people he was really talking to in their favor, mm-hmm. They drive Ford trucks, bro. They didn't even like when they came out with the Ford Lightning. So they definitely not buying no Tesla. So you may have been liked on Twitter, right? You may become more popular and got all types of new friends, but you lost your customer base. Mm. Lost it so bad that the board threatened him that he needs to drop himself as CEO and come back or we're going to get rid of you. Hey. So he makes an announcement that says, I'm going to step down once I find a acceptable replacement. And then weeks later, he takes the biggest price drop on Teslas with no warning.
Crazy.
Some cars went down 20 grand.
20 grand, yeah.
So if you bought it last week, you were stuck with 20 grand higher.
Tough.
Right? And so now you
no price match?
Huh?
No price match on your Tesla?
I don't think they Best Buy. Walmart.
He said, I don't think they Best Buy or Walmart.
So now
Bath and Body Works will give you the lower price.
You better send him an article
within
2
weeks.
You
the lowest price.
Well, that's good to know.
Trying to figure out.
That's tough.
And so now, obviously, his stock is taking a big. You would know. Where's it been?
I don't even look. I can tell. Give me 30 seconds.
Bloodbath, right? And so just to.
But I'm still up though.
No, I know because you got it. Your basis, your basis.
I got it was like $35, $39.
But the point I'm saying is, I think he took the biggest L because now to recondition to come back, I think he's just done tremendous damage.
Yeah. I feel you.
So you wouldn't do a deal with Elon right now.
What kind of deal?
I don't know. Any kind of deal.
Like if they gave me a Tesla and was giving me money to promote it,
I don't know.
I'd drive the hell out that Tesla.
Tesla and Crocs, right?
Yeah, I'd drive the hell out that Tesla.
You make posts?
Actually, my wife wanted to. I like the car. I mean, I never owned one, but I think my wife.
I actually. So I was thinking about it today. I was like, man, I was gonna get a Tesla too, right? And I was like, but now I don't really like him now. Like,
It was down.
I'm not liking him.
So you see what I'm saying?
What's that got
Now,
to do with the Tesla? What's that got to do with the
but
car?
Rod,
They're
you
like
got to know
him.
that's how people not buying a car. They're buying Elon.
You think?
What do you? Oh, come on! You the guy invented this phrase. What are we changing it now?
Oh, he's just
Don't
like
let the investment in stocks change your mind. Your underlying
Tesla was
principle.
down. Tesla was down 3% today.
Now 3% on the stock that size is pretty good.
3% today.
So
Current price is 127. But your boy bought it at 39.96.
I want to bring back your
52,
perspective real
yeah.
quick on abusive relationship.
let's talk about it.
Now,
Wait.
hold on.
Wait.
But check where I'm going with it though.
Hold on. You can get back to that. Tesla's 52-week high was 384.
So you
It's at
you bought it-
127 today.
So you bought it at 10% of its 50-week high.
Whew.
That's good though.
Hey, Seuss. I'm sorry, Lynch. Go ahead, man. Jesus.
So he took. Can we say that he took the biggest L?
Yeah, he took
Most expensive L.
He took a huge.
I don't even
L.
care if it's expensive. I think he took the biggest L. Period.
I don't know.
It's kind of like Chris Rock's joke about about getting divorced. If you got 30 million and you have to give away 15 million, you still got 15 million. If you got 30,000. So it's kind of like,
No, I personally don't care about the money part because it's all just like the value based upon the stock. Yeah. I'm just saying it's going to take.
Talking about his perceived value, him as a businessman,
period.
as an entrepreneur. Yeah.
Starting to tank.
I mean, I said Tory Lanez. I know y'all ain't want to talk about it, but the man went to jail a couple days before Christmas.
He sure did.
He was a millionaire, and the next time he gets back to being able to do that, it's going to be a long time.
So
now.
did he not?
That's a huge
is he not
L.
able to get out?
No, it's a wrap. That's
So
over.
what's the lesson?
I wasn't about to talk about that. I was about to talk about the abusive relationship, right? And take that principle, and then I want you to think about Kanye being in the relationships that he was in with record labels, clothing companies, and all that different type of stuff. So the reason why he did not take an L was because he finally got out of those abusive relationships.
He had to get out of the mansion.
Right.
When he got divorced, he got out of the mansion.
Boom.
He lost
so
the car.
Now he's going to be able to come back and be totally free
That's a good
of
analogy.
all of those things now. So I just wanted to bring that up and say that this man is going to come back and he's going to rewrite the way it actually should be done. And I'm just going to be on wax saying it at 39 minutes on the podcast.
Did you see that?
22 or something like that.
Did you see that Nike came out with their own slides that look very similar to Yeezy joints?
Yep.
They couldn't wait. Mm-hmm. And I think they're like $30, $40.
Yeah, ain't nobody messing with none of that stuff.
The whole summer, you're going to see them dudes out there with them slides on.
With that stuff. Well, we're not the real ones, but
y'all stop wearing Adidas?
And I have made an effort to. I still got a lot of workout clothes that's for Adidas, but I've made an effort to I'm not buying any new stuff.
Gotcha.
Don't you got a joint with them?
Nah, that was a long time ago.
That was before. Okay, all right.
The check stop, I stopped.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah,
I'm not like Diddy. We won't stop. I will stop.
Can't stop.
I will stop.
I will stop. There's an expiration on this joint.
I bought the Dame Dash joints. You know, we was talking about.
Oh yeah,
black
his Puma like
joints.
sneakers.
Yeah,
I would have bought them too, but they didn't have 15s.
They ain't have 15s.
Nah, they ain't have size
I
15s.
checked for you.
I appreciate
I
that.
knew-
man.
he's still waiting on his. He ordered some shoes. I think he ordered
the
the day
joints
before.
like you got.
Yeah, but he ordered a 14 wide. And
Yeah, you got it.
Yo, why are you spreading that on the internet, man?
he ordered a 14 wide and they ain't found them in the warehouse yet. So that's what
He
you wear
waiting
too,
for
a
somebody to
15
resell
wide.
them
Nah,
joints.
15.
They gotta
Just
bring
no wide.
them back.
He got a 14 wide.
Who got a 14 wide?
E.
No one does.
what
No
order?
one. No one does.
These shoes right here.
The same ones?
But he picked the 14 wide. He ain't got
Why'd
them
you
yet.
get the W? Just get
You need it.
Nah, you just take.
Why are
some
y'all
out.
listening to that man? Yeah?
Listen, man. Just get the 14s, and I'll show you how to stretch it.
You sure?
Bro, I've been through this. I've been through this all my life, bro.
You've been doing this, bro.
Yeah, get the 14s, and I'll show you how to stretch it.
Put some ice cold water or
and
something.
then you pay extra for the W that's on the box. The 14W. You paid extra.
You got to take
But I
it from
promise
somebody
I'll
that
show
wear
you.
15, dog. Like,
Hear him out.
yeah. He ain't got a microphone and everything.
Nah,
y'all. He came through super clear on the joint. You watched it?
Yeah.
The last episode?
That's what I said. I called him
Yeah.
Suge Knight. He
All
all
in
in the
the
videos, dancing all in the videos.
Oh, next week you're gonna have a camera.
Who?
Yeah, he gonna have the camera too.
You're gonna have a camera right there.
Go. That's
So,
what
yeah.
I'm talking about.
So, what advice would you give them? What advice would you give Elon? At this
Shut the
juncture?
hell up.
That's it.
Shut
And
the
he'll
hell
bounce
up.
back with just being quiet.
He's got to make whatever he's working on work. But just be quiet.
Would
for
you
a while.
take a step down as a CEO?
As Twitter?
Would you- Yeah.
I would have never bought it.
Yeah, I'm just saying now.
But yeah, but now you own it, and it's time
now
for you
you
to-
own
yeah,
it.
would you
know,
get out the way?
talking
I would
shit,
never
you got
became
to
CEO. And then if I did, I would absolutely I would step down because, like Adrian said, I got to keep the main thing the main thing.
Yeah.
How I'm gonna leave the joint that made me able to afford to buy this in the first place?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
Bro, $54 billion is a lot of. He had to come up with that money.
That's
Wasn't
real
his,
money.
Wasn't his joint 200
That's
billion
real
or
money.
something like? How much did he lose in the hit that he took?
I mean, so he would have. I don't know, but it would be a
of
lot.
the personal money though, or something. That
No, it's just his net worth.
And just to clarify, it's 44 billion.
44 billion.
billion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a
That's
chunk
about
of money.
43 billion too much.
man, that ain't
So-
that ain't
so-
the headline.
900 million.
So Max, he's basically doing what you suggest that everybody should do, and that's have a side hustle.
No.
That's it's just a bigger side hustle.
No.
No,
Hear me out.
That's not a side hustle.
He didn't need a side hustle. Homie is a high paid employee.
Okay,
I think he just what was his last bonus in 100 million?
I have no idea.
Come on, you a stock. You got when you in the meetings?
No, I wasn't in the meetings.
Weren't you on the earnings call?
I wasn't on the call, man. I
Oh.
wasn't in the meeting. I wasn't on the call. My guy calls me and tells me what I need to know, but no, I didn't
thought
make
you
the
was in the
meeting.
meeting with
I
that.
wasn't in the meeting, man. I wasn't in the meeting. So, but he had a side hustle. You said everybody
not-
needs a side hustle.
A 40
Elon got a side hustle, and now you saying,
That's not what I said.
Okay,
if
what
you
did you-
if you as rich as Elon, you do not need a side hustle.
So you don't. So only people that need side hustle should get a side hustle.
Yeah, bro. Because I'm telling you, if you work a 9 to 5 that is not paying you, if you're not getting in the high threes on a 9 to 5, high fours in a 9 to 5, $300,000-$400,000 a year,
Okay.
right? Then you need to earn a side hustle. And I would say even when you do have that $300,000-$400,000, I think you should be considering how to. If they paying you that much, you worth way more. Figure out how to leverage that outside of your 9 to 5. But if you don't have a 9 to 5 that's paying you that much, you need to have a side hustle out there. Even if it's just making you an extra $3, $4, $5 a month. You need to have something like that because eventually if you keep doing it right, that could turn into $10,000, $15,000 a month. And I'm gonna still stand on what I said. Everybody needs a good 5 to 7 year, 3, 5, 7 years, depending on how good it is, of hyper income growth.
Right.
So that you can make smart decisions with the money that you have. It's a long road if you start with nothing. It's possible.
What you guys ever have a side hustle?
I got side hustles all the time.
kinds of side hustles.
I am a side hustle.
Gotcha.
You?
Like, what was it? Yeah, I had a side hustle. I've done everything. Tried everything.
I'm
It was
Jamaican,
like,
so you know I
I'ma
try. I got 8 jobs right now.
I'm like your boy Cat Williams. Tried.
Oh, that's
tried,
right, you did.
And tried and tried and failed and tried and tried and tried. Like what's the most lucrative side hustle
That I've ever had?
that you've ever had? Yeah.
I started a data company. Out like when I was my real estate was my main thing. I started a data company. $6 million in a year.
Gotcha. That's a heck of a side hustle. That's more than 3 to 5
Wait
thousand
till you
a
see
month.
my next one.
Oh, there's gonna be another one.
I got a side hustle that's gonna do about $700 a month.
Yeah,
I just give me 24 months of that.
It's a wrap. What about you, Lynch? Side hustles. I don't think people like when you say get a side. I don't think people believe that side hustles turn into
That's what they do because they're small
multi-million
experiments.
dollars. Right.
Right now or back in the day?
Just back in the day, anything that was lucrative.
When I was
When you was running your 8.3, did you have a side hustle on top of that?
when I was
Word.
running,
Because it just built into
What
it.
was a side hustle?
So
Can you say it, or should you just say it?
Yeah, can you talk about it?
Right,
because he was like,
So check. So here I am running a big organization, right? And we selling all these drugs.
Were you
and
running a
stuff like
clique?
that, right?
Were you running a clique?
heck yeah, he had a clique.
Huh?
Yeah,
So
he
were
had
you
a
running a
clique.
clique back
That
in
he
the
was
day?
the leader of, but it was still a clique. But go ahead.
24 people on my indictment.
First of all, I don't think Lynch said he does not have a clique. I just said he runs his flag and people run with his flag.
What he did, he took a proverbial.
I mean, I understand it's personal to you.
chat on cliques, but go ahead.
No, he on Greek. He said not clique.
Same thing.
Nah,
Same thing.
Man, whatever. I'm telling y'all.
Tell us about. I want to hear about this side hustle on top of the $8.3 million drug.
All right, so I had some cats from DC that used to drive trucks, and whatever was in the load, I used to get in Jersey and sell everything that was in the truck in 1 or 2 days, and I would sell it all retail and not wholesale. So I would move every item off the truck in like less than 48 hours because we were doing a job on the truck.
Was it their truck?
No, so they were driving the trucks, but
It wasn't their stuff in the truck.
it wasn't their stuff. They're driving for a company.
Got it. Yeah.
And they're going to report the stuff stolen.
Truck
but
got hit.
We got to hit the truck.
You're the
before-
reason insurance is what it is today. God, my dog. But go
So
ahead.
every weekend,
No, I doubt he's the reason.
My dog.
yeah, every weekend you thinking, 50, 60, 70,000 or something like that. Like,
Extra.
Yeah, extra. Just like, yeah, just
So that
like
was boosting. You were basically boosting, but you were doing.
I'm just
truck
getting it
loads.
off. I'm just,
Right.
all I know is how to move shit.
Boosters in the store.
Yeah. I just got to move shit. I just know how to.
Salesman.
If you need it, I got it.
Wow.
If you needed a big screen TV, I got it. If you needed a bed, I got it. If you needed couches,
if it
we
was
got it.
$1,000 at Best Buy, you was like $950.
Yeah, whatever. $650. Whatever. It got to go.
It gotta go.
Yeah. It's got to go.
Because he had no overhead.
None. I ain't had nothing in it. I had no. There was no money.
And you just breaking off the truck driver.
Yeah, we just all going. Look, this house going to
But
go down.
the point is even though you was doing something, you had a side hustle.
Yeah,
Still had a side.
it's the rush. It's like the rush to, can I get this off? And man, whatever y'all bring, we knocking that off. Let's do it. Let's get it out the way.
You had side hustles.
Yeah, I mean, our software company was a side hustle. We all work full-time jobs.
You said,
For-
your
for a
software
year.
company was, that's right. I
Yeah,
remember.
it was a side hustle. We work full-time jobs for a whole
Wait, so
year.
your side hustle turned into the main thing?
Side hustle turned into the
And
main
you
thing.
sold it.
And sold it twice.
Sold it twice.
Yeah, but it was a side hustle.
So not if you can't afford it if you can't buy it twice, but you ain't sold none if you ain't sold it twice.
Correct.
Damn.
That's dope.
But it was a side hustle. It was a side hustle. So that was definitely the most
Side hustle
lucrative
brought
side
some
hustle.
M's in when you sold it?
Yes, sir.
Damn.
Yes, sir.
So everybody needs
Why is there so much pushback to the idea of, because like what happens is, all right, somebody say, yo, you influencers always talking about 9 to 5 people is crap. No. That's not what people are saying, bro. Keep your 9 to 5. I'm never going to tell you to quit your 9 to 5 because I'm not paying your bills. But what I'm telling you is that if you only spending that time on your 9 to 5 and you're not spending any time on yourself, building whatever you want to build outside your 9 to 5, you are crazy.
Right.
And it's simply because that American dream with the pension and the Social Security and these things does not exist anymore. So I'm trying to set you up for a plan to be able to have money when you're ready to sit down.
As a matter of fact, based on the perspective you brought the last time we had a podcast, there is no American dream. Your American dream is what you decide your American dream is, what you create, what you go create for yourself and your lineage, your family. Because the American dream, quote unquote, that house with the picket fence and the dog and the 3 kids and the 2 cars, that's if that's your dream, cool. But please stop saying that's the American dream.
Facts.
Yeah. So wackodocious.
Do you think it's still the best place for immigrants to come and make it back?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, a bag is relative. Can immigrants come here and make a bag? Absolutely. But the immigrants that come here and make a bag, they do things that Americans don't want to do. Exactly. They don't want to do. So it's easy from that standpoint, but can they go other places and do the same thing? Probably. I know America at one point, it was easier to get here, right, compared to other places. So from that standpoint, it's easy to get there, and then all I got to do is go do what other people don't want to do, what the Americans don't want to do, and I'll get a bag. So
it's probably the best place to go.
Yes.
It's probably one of the top places. Yeah, I say that just because of the laziness inside of the, like
perfect. That's
because of the
perfect answer.
refusal to do certain things. There's still money involved, and they got to get done.
Right. They have to get done. And
Somebody got to cut the yard.
Yeah,
Somebody
so-
got to build a building. Somebody got to do the construction.
Yeah, that's when Trump was on this, put up the wall and all this other crap.
It's never been true. Come on, you know that.
But it was like, who's gonna do this stuff?
Because
Who's gonna do this stuff? Like, the stuff that a lot of, people that he was trying to keep out, the stuff that they do, who's gonna do it?
there was a whole documentary on, or I think it was a Vice piece on when they made the immigration tough in Alabama and all the Hispanics left, all the Mexican Hispanics left, and there was nobody for their watermelon. They got a big watermelon crop down there, and it rotted.
That's crazy.
It rotted. So there's a big. I think it's on Netflix or it might be on YouTube, but that's a thing. So you've been having you said the thing in the group. What was it? Cheap Italy homes or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, did I send that to you?
Yeah. Nah,
He said, no, I found it. So we must have the same time. What are you looking at?
It was this dude.
He's gonna be here.
He's gonna
Bald
be
head?
here? Yeah.
He's doing a day with Max.
Nice. I want to meet him. But yeah, I was watching. So I was just watching. So me and the wife, we've been talking about Portugal for forever, and we've been looking at Portugal. I don't know, at least over a year. So we'll probably hit Portugal, this year, 2023. And so, looking at that, going down that rabbit hole, found that guy, and then he was talking about
I'm
what he did.
literally watching stuff 2 days ago.
Oh, really? Yeah. So he was talking about stuff. He was talking about the home that he did, and then he talked about go visit.
He's an
cheap
entrepreneur,
homes,
so that's his
and
website.
Right, that's his website. Yeah. And so I went and looked at it, and I was like, oh. In the conversation we had last week, I shot it to everybody. That's all.
So look back. Let's go back a little bit, right? So as we talk about that we're global citizens, right? Yo, I'm gonna start making a requirement, bro. If you ain't left the country in the last 12 months, and I ain't talking about the Bahamas, we can't be friends. When you bring back when you show me a stamp in your passport, we gonna stop hanging out. And the reason why I say that, because the conversation levels we have are different. Right. And so because I am now a global citizen, right? I move and do things as to where I need to, right? I follow the rules of wherever country I'm at. Your boy got a couple passports, right? I think everybody should have those. Right. It's not just I got this one, it's the greatest, because maybe one day it may not be, and you may be stuck in a scramble trying to figure out where do I go next, right? And so, but plus other passports give you benefits that you don't have when you travel only with one, right? So, anyways, being a global citizen, as we talk about all the time, we look at options to where we were like, yo, where else could we live? Whether it's part-time, full-time, where else can we live and how expensive it is? So this guy, I forget his name, it slips my mind. His Instagram life is like Entrepreneur Life, but Entrepreneur is abbreviated. So he, I think his name is Carl. Yeah. Definitely a Jamaican name or something like that. Anyways, Italy specifically, I think right now has this program they've had for years. I guarantee you none of you have heard of it.
Yeah.
It's called the €1, it's €1 home.
Yeah.
When they were giving away homes in Europe, specifically I think in Italy, a part of Italy, for €1. And I think the euro is trading equally, so about $1. So $1. And you're thinking, what? And this has been going on for like 5-7 years by now. You ever heard of it?
But you had to renovate it or something? Put X amount of dollars in it?
So not X amount, you just had to renovate it.
Just renovate
back
it,
to what it was. So when it originally started, there was a bunch of homes available. People have picked through them throughout the years. Now the dollar houses are pretty destroyed on the inside. You're probably going to spend like $30,000, $40,000 getting it back to what it needs to be. But you got a house for $40,000 plus $1. Right? So
in Italy.
Carl went over there. I don't know. I haven't met him yet. We're Instagram friends. He went over there, and he's a world traveler. He's a world citizen. So he's like, yo, I want to buy a house. So he goes to Italy, And he's like, I want to go look at the dollar houses. He looks at the dollar houses. He's like, yo, these are far too gone. He's a flipper. He's been flipping since I think the early 2000s. He's like, yo, I want to buy a house. So he comes over there, looks at the dollar houses, way too much work for him that he wants. So she's like, let me go take you to the premium listings. He goes to some premium listings. It's $5,000. It's livable, but he wants to update it. Wow. He buys 2 houses that day, one for 5, one for like 12, I think it was, right? After the fees and stuff, the $5,000 house ended up costing him like $8,000. He had to pay some back taxes and some utility hookups and stuff like that. So fees, $8,000. So he's got a house now in Italy. Not a big house.
Right.
Like a small little 2-bedroom, 1 bath, small kitchen, but like 2 stories. And I'm like, my man just bought a house for $8,000 and then he renovates it for I think like $25,000. New kitchen from IKEA, brand American style bathroom. You know what I mean? If you go like dope bathroom, Western style bathroom. And I'm like, yo, for 40 grand, he's got a house, a livable house in Italy that he can visit whenever he wants. And I'm like, 40,000?
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
So I was like, yo, I got to suggest
And then he can,
guys when we
he can
pull up.
Airbnb it if he wants to.
Yeah, that's what he said he's going to do and stuff like that. But the reason why these towns are doing it is because people have left these towns. They left the towns for more popular places in Europe. And so now these towns, the homes have been abandoned, and they're being proactive about it. And they're giving these homes away for $1. And they had similar programs in Baltimore and stuff like that, but there's a lot of stipulations and restrictions on it. Here it was like, yo, you just need to renovate this within a certain amount of time. And the renovations are fairly cheap. Right. So my question is, would you pick up a cheap little summer house in Italy for $40,000?
Absolutely, but I'm not freaking like the whole. I have zero vision when it comes to like looking at a dilapidated place and going, this would be great. So I would need to have somebody with me to go, yo, we can hook this up.
So here's what I think we do, because I was telling my wife, this is right in the Arabian Sea area and stuff like that. What I think we do is we go over there, right? Because it's in this region. So if we're gonna be in Ghana and Dubai and all these places, when we go to one of these places, we need to just take that trip, because it's right there between Egypt and Libya, like right above it, the boot. And we just go over there and we spend like a couple of days in that town and see what we like.
Right.
We'll put some offers in on a couple of joints. We'll all just have three little houses in Italy.
That'd be dope.
Because my plan, sorry, I don't talk.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
My plan, my wife's plan and I is, we're gonna have houses in Ghana, in Dubai, in Egypt, a spot in Italy, right? So 4 houses, right? A few different continents, and that's it, right? And I think that if we do that, I mean, all of that is relatively cheap.
Right. I was gonna say you can do all of that for a lot less than what you did here.
So let's look at the Italy
in
place.
Winston-Salem.
Italy place, you're looking at, let's just say we go all out, 55 grand.
Right.
Woo! Right? So $55,000 on a crib, fully renovated the way you want, nothing big, can't have the whole family over, but you gotta stop.
Right.
Dubai, you might spend, Dubai's gonna be expensive.
Yep.
Might spend $500,000 in Dubai. And I'm gonna get a
They
discount.
ain't got no fixer-uppers in Dubai?
They do.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna get one.
Okay.
Egypt, I'll probably do somewhere like 150.
Have you seen like in Egypt they don't finish
The
the homes? Yeah, they don't finish the outsides.
Yeah, you got to go to certain places.
Yeah,
you got to go to certain places.
Right.
They keep them like natural, because they're about to get dirty anyways.
Right. But the insides are dope. But the outsides, they don't finish the outsides of the spots.
Ghana, I'm probably gonna spend $200,000, $300,000.
That's like on the beach though, right?
Yeah, I'm getting oceanfront out there.
Yeah.
And so you talk about all of that, you know, like $500,000, like close to $1 million.
Right.
I spent almost double that on this house.
Exactly. And then you got 4 spots that, you know, you can visit, or like you said, you can Airbnb them, or, you know, they can definitely revenue generating properties for you. And we talk a lot about traveling outside the country and perspective. So Lynch, I want to know, like, when you went to Paris, because you tend to have a nonchalant attitude about a lot of things. It's like if it's not like, you know, super impactful, super dope, you'd be like, this is some bullshit. So Paris, you left the country. Did you have the experience or get the perspective shift like we talk about? Or were you like, this is nice, let me hurry up and get back to America?
She was all right.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
She was all right, man. I was eating a bunch of bread and shit,
but
Yeah, I could.
but
Some
the
of the food
carbs-
be trash in certain places.
It was trash.
Oh, yeah, the food in
bring
Paris
me
is
another
just
roll
aight.
and some butter.
They had French fries with everything. That's the thing that saved the day.
You got to
I
get
was
to
trying
the
to get
you got to
french
get to
fries
the part of the town where the immigrants have moved in and like
Yeah.
somebody got a Jamaican restaurant or something.
Yeah, I found a couple pizza spots.
In terms of like the culture, you was just like, this is all right.
Yeah, nah, it was cool. I had a chance to go to London and all that stuff too. So it was, I had a chance to.
This is
do a
dope
little bit of stuff.
architecture out there in London.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. How moments you ain't have no like, oh man, I want to move to Paris.
Like New York.
Facts. London was.
Paris was.
Paris
too.
was.
I ain't been to Paris.
Yeah, Paris was like shit was like New York City. So it was just like it's all right. It's cool.
Yo, if you had to move out of the country, where would you go? Not if you had to.
But I'm waiting on this trip to Ghana first.
see what that's like?
Yeah, I gotta go to Ghana. I gotta check it out, man. I think this is gonna be a game changer.
Can't wait. So we're going to Ghana the same time the kids are going to Ghana from QEA school.
Yeah.
So we're sponsored. I know I'm sponsoring. I ain't told y'all that y'all sponsoring yet, but y'all gonna sponsor us a little bit. I'm writing a
I
check.
got 5 on it.
I love
Dollars.
it. But whatever, I'll take it. So I'm putting some money in, and then I think the total trip's probably gonna be around $200,000 to send 60 people to Ghana for 8 days or so. And so I think it's important just to have these kids be able to go over there and see it and just be able to have no perspective.
You gotta see it before you see it, or you never see it, man.
So we're gonna. The plan is I'm gonna go. The team's gonna go. We're gonna go. Family's gonna go. My wife's gonna go with us. Your wife's. We'll just go. That's why I think we take the PJ.
Hey.
EA said he's flying Spirit.
EA taking
Yeah,
Spirit.
he said
That's
he
what he
jumping
said.
on that PJ, man. He said
You
we
better
get
off
on the
getting
PJ.
on a
He getting on
container
the
ship.
PJ. EA said I got a
they said
I got a mic.
I see you in
I'm
30
getting a
days.
spot.
No, yeah. TSA said I can't go under the plane.
He
so
better leave now. There's no TSA with the PJ though.
listen, man,
You gotta worry about TSA with the PJ, man.
I'll be there by the time y'all get there. Just
Gotcha.
bring
So-
a crowbar for the box.
Do you have any friends that has ever just left the country and lives abroad now?
My wife does. I have friends that have went to say Dubai to teach, and they were there for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And they lived there for a couple of
Yeah.
years, or they were nurses and they went there for a couple of years. But I don't have any friends that just said I'm done with America and moved and renounced their citizenship. Yeah, I don't know.
Not many people renounce it. They don't make enough money to want to do that.
Oh, okay, yeah, I don't know. I don't know anybody that left to live abroad. I don't think so. I don't think so. I know when we went to Dubai, my wife had a friend that had been there for probably a decade that kind of showed us around and stuff. So
That's a long time.
what, a decade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They over there.
Yeah.
Did you know
He's
that
still
America
over
is one of the there's 2 countries in this world, I forget what the other one is, that there's only 2 countries that force you to pay taxes even though you don't live there. So if you hold a American passport, right, and you make money abroad, let's just say you live in Dubai now for the last 10 years, you still have to file a tax return every single year.
in the U.S.
In the US.
Oh, got you. Wow.
Even
File
though
a
you don't-
return, but if you don't generate any money in the
If you
US,
make
gotta
under
pay.
115,000, you don't pay taxes. If you make over that, you pay taxes
Got you.
every year.
Got you.
Isn't that no representation without
No taxation.
No taxation
I was
without
in one of
representation.
those Schoolhouse Rock.
Something like that.
right.
That was
Yeah.
a PBS joint.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
so I don't, I'm not smart enough to know for real. Lynch was tiptoeing around mentioning somebody who was not forthright with his community or not really helping his community. Who do you rock with, like that you go, man, this person, this guy or
I
this
know the answer.
gal is solid, and they
I know the answer.
Oh, there's a couple solid people out there, but I don't really rock with nobody. I just don't with nobody, man.
I'm telling you, bro, he the guy at the end of the table. Nobody don't mess with
nobody
him.
was right. They don't mess with
He
it.
cool, but nobody don't like.
It's like, who is that?
He reading his books and
they
stuff.
all right, yeah, they all right, man, but they.
You got nobody that you rock with that you go. Let
I
me
think
check
that's
out
one of
this.
the. I think that's one of the things that you were talking about earlier. Like when you get there, you just you get to a certain place and you realize nobody is who they really say they are.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Yeah, so it's a trust factor with you.
I just don't. I just don't fuck with people.
But there's a reason. But that's a whole other thing. Max, we gotta get you to the mentorship joint that we do over at the high school.
Oh, I was waiting for my invite.
Yeah,
I
we
wouldn't
got-
even
we gotta
press. I
get you
said it
over
one
there.
time. I'm not gonna say it again.
We gotta get you over there.
Now we got
Yeah,
we
we
got
got you over
surprise. We got to strategically planned.
place you,
So
yeah.
right now we just came from there, right? And today Rod introduced the entrepreneur piece, and
It's 3 pillars. So you got economic development, entrepreneurship, and then education, which is mostly personal development.
Self-education. Yeah. So it's pretty dope. It's 3 E's. So anyway, the curriculum is outstanding. But Rod gave them two homeworks today. One is they got to actually come up with some problems that they can actually solve. Some problems, because we've talked about entrepreneur. One of the things is the entrepreneurs solve problems. So as their homework, they got to go find some problems
That they can solve.
we're going to come back and we're going to make businesses out of them and things like that. So you guys are going to come in and, a couple weeks down the line when it's time for them to get some real, it's going to be super dope. But their other homework, when it's time for them to get busy, they need that, that know-how and stuff like that. The other part of the homework was, what was the second one? The gift. They have to actually identify the thing they do the best with the least amount of effort. Because Rod gave these guys like 10 characteristics basically of entrepreneurs, which is super dope. And I think everybody needs to see this stuff, especially if they're going to do side hustles. They're going to need to know these 10 characteristics, which was crazy. But I was up there saying I'm all 10. You know me. I be on this crazy time. But
I what y'all doing is dope, man. And I wonder, what would it take for more successful entrepreneur, black men, or just entrepreneur people in general at this point to go back to schools and teach some things and principles that have got them where they are, and not like just on some whim stuff. Like obviously, like teachers don't get paid what they deserve to get paid, so it's like, I got to think of like if I was building a school, like the starting salary of all my teachers would be around $250,000. Right? Only because I want the best of the best. Right. And so I want the results to speak for itself at the thing. And the only way to entice somebody in their later years, even though they may just not need it, is to still compensate them well for their time. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
What do you think it would take for entrepreneurs or successful, mindful people to come back to these schools and teach?
I mean, one, you got to have a willingness to actually want to do that for other people. 2, you got to be successful. Some of these people, they not really successful. 3,
Well, the real successful ones. Like,
the real successful ones, you got to be able to, I think you got to be able to teach it in a comprehensive manner. Like that's not, a lot of people become successful, but it's hard for them to actually reverse engineer and articulate how to duplicate that. Some people got there, dog, and that's it. They can't duplicate that again. It's not going to happen again. They're going to stay right there. They're going to rest on that shit, and they're going to make sure that don't go no further than what it is. And that's why they sit there. So if you think about what you do, every time you do something, you're trying to scale it. You're trying to reproduce it and on a higher level multiple times. Nobody thinks like that. That's why we have this podcast. The Endgame is about scaling it, about reproducing it multiple times, about selling it again, teaching other people how to do it and shit like that. And people just don't have that in their heart. They got what they got, they took it and they ran with it. It's like they still have petty larceny. It's still in their heart. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's the petty larceny. Wow.
Yeah, they stole some shit, they ran away with it, and they like, that shit. I ain't giving none of this shit up.
I think folks got to see, like, so, we have a plan. I mean, we're at one school now. We have a plan to be at hundreds of schools. And I think, and then what we're going to do is we're going to recruit people to help.
That's it.
Right? And so the people that say yes are the people that want to do it. The people that say no are the people that don't want to do it. So I think it's really kind of serves, multiple purposes. So it's going to help the kids, but it's also, Max, is going to satisfy what you just asked about. And that's, getting that talent, man, bringing that talent back so we can serve those folks, serve the kids that look like us to help them. So, yeah, we're going to help them on the personal development side, the economic development, so they'll know how to read a stock page, they'll know how to do all that stuff, and then we're going to birth some businesses while they're in high school. So if they continue those businesses, fine, but if not, they went through the process of creating a business. So whenever they get their main hustle, then a couple of kids already talked about what they want to have a business walking out of high school. So
I can't wait to go because I'm gonna put my money behind what I'm.
It's super dope because what you're saying is you're so adamant over there about saying y'all need a side hustle. We're about to make them have a side hustle now, so they're going to be able to see it and feel it and get benefit from it and get the fruit and all that stuff. So we talked about today. We talked about inspiration, right? So I was like, Rod, can I step in and say something real quick? I was like, yo, inspiration. I never want y'all to forget this. Is just 2 words. It's in the spirit. I said, so when you're inspired by something, it just gets you in the spirit. They're about to get in the spirit of entrepreneurship by being able to do this business right now as a youngster. So when they go older, get a little older and start working for people, they're never going to be inspired like they were in this class, dog. Yeah. And it's going to be phenomenal what people turn into because of what was poured into them in the beginning as a foundation.
When you're an entrepreneur when you're young, it's hard to shake that.
Never shake it.
It's hard. You can't contract. You can't contract back to.
It's hard to shake that.
Your brain can't.
Yeah.
Once it's expanded to something, it can't never go back to the same thing. Once you see some shit, you can't unsee it.
Yo, I posted this thing in the group, right? A guy on LinkedIn posted this, and y'all were probably at the school when I posted this, but it says 50% of our employees are located in the Philippines and earn $10,000 a year on average. Less than $5 an hour. No employment taxes, no worker compensation. As loyal, glass half full, hardworking, kind team members. We have 20 employees overseas. Total annual cost, $200,000. A cost of 20 employees, American employees, is $50,000 average, with $15,000 on taxes, etc. for each, with a total cost of $1.3 million. Same amount of productivity, 15% of the overhead. We have these folks in several departments, including customer service, collections, property improvement, underwriting, data entry, and logistics. Even VAs for our management team. Anything an American can do from a computer, these folks can do from the other side of the world.
Just hired dispatchers in India.
So you're doing the same thing?
Absolutely.
And so what I'm trying to get people to understand is this is real common. I think I have 8 or 9 myself remote employees that work overseas that are somewhere in that range, maybe a little bit more. And let me be frank with you. What I pay my employees in the Philippines, I think they're about $400 a week, $400 a week, is the same salary that like a pharmacist makes, or a high-paid nurse. They're the breadwinner in their family when they come work for our company. And like he says, they are the same as loyal, half glass full, hardworking, kind team members. And so if you don't see that as a threat to your 9-to-5 mentality without a side hustle, one day you'll wake up, hear me out, and 20 employees, what she said, he said he had 20 employees overseas, 50, right? He says you have 20 employees overseas that cost $200,000, right? So one day your salary will be replaced by 8 people.
That's stuff.
And I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying
that's facts.
I'm just saying this to prepare you that if your job is computer-based, online, customer service, you don't have to have physical interaction with the people you're working with, it's going to get outsourced because we're becoming more of a global economy.
Right.
That's why it's important to understand that we are also global citizens.
Right.
And you need to go to the place that serves you the most. And I'm telling you, maybe you need to start a side hustle where you too can employ some of these people who will be highly paid in their country's currency, because it's coming. And I don't want you to get caught and be like, wake up one day and everything changes for you. The transition is a little bit easier when you have some side money coming in.
Right.
But when you wake up one day and you have zero side money, and you got your last 2 week paychecks coming in, it's a scary thing.
Yeah, I have a friend who worked in an industry for 16 years and was asked to leave. And Yeah, starting over.
It's
Bro,
tough.
EA
Start
told
over.
me. EA told me that some friends, or whatever. EA told me that somebody he knows said to Yo, RJR just sent out a letter and says, "Do you want to? What day you want to get let go?" Or something like that.
Yeah, it's tough. They should do it.
That's what happened. It was a 3-question survey. It was like, do you want to stay? If you want to go, like, and then what date do you have in mind?
Wow.
Yeah, it's tough.
And
I used to do
At least they got that. I didn't get that.
Yeah, you didn't get that.
Nah, they were just like,
You woke up one day and was like, "No job."
Yeah.
Now I've seen it firsthand. I used to do a wellness program at one of the big corporations here in Greensboro. It was called VF. I think it's called like Contour.
Like the Wrangler or something?
Yeah, the Wrangler company. And I've been there since maybe 2013 or some shit like that. I've been there for a while, running like 90-day challenges and shit, and developed these rapport with the people that come in. And I've watched people, come in with this like blank look in their face. Been there 20 years, and they let them go. And literally, man, it's just tough. You give a company 20 years, man, and they can just any day it's a wrap.
They don't owe you nothing.
It's crazy.
Tell me that's not risky. We talk about entrepreneurs being in
It's the
entrepreneurship.
riskiest
You got to take risks. Tell me that's not risky.
It's risky.
It's tough.
because you have no control of where your fate goes. Like you're not in control, and that's why I just say prepare. Like have a side hustle. There's more layoffs coming. If you're one of them now, I'm sure you understand what I'm saying.
That shirt is dope.
Somebody said this to me.
Pilot.
I forgot the name of the company, but yeah.
It's not Pilot.
No, they wrote it because they know I'm a pilot.
for him,
and
they
they
got
put
the
MM on there,
right
Max
there.
Maxwell. Like I didn't.
Yeah,
somebody
that's
said
dope.
to me and my wife. I forget. It's two
It's super
sisters.
dope,
Two
yeah.
sisters sent it. Damn, I forgot the name.
It's just dope.
Let's make sure we have
We owe
the
them
name.
a shout out next time.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
put the link
for
in the description.
Yeah.
Can we like in the description or as an attachment just give folks some ideas of some side hustles?
Yeah, you give them to me. I'll have Brandon put them up.
All right, cool. We'll get some side hustles in the thing.
I think their side hustle should be whatever things they like
I mean,
to
just
do.
some
Hobbies and
suggestions.
shit.
Well,
A
yo,
lot of
here's the
times-
crazy thing, yo.
Yeah, that's you're absolutely right. It should be the hobby.
The hobby. Turn
In,
the hobby
in the
into a side
last 30, 40 days, I probably spent 10 grand on websites. Like getting websites built online, which is at a reasonable price.
Right.
Right? But it's on Upwork.
I remember when a website used to cost 10 grand.
Yeah. I literally got five websites or so done. From one guy that did one website for me, then I said, this is good, turned into 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this guy lives in Bangladesh, I believe.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And so he just made 10 grand off of me in the last month.
Yeah.
And it's like, he's the guy that's redoing the Endgame podcast website. And so that's my point is like, for him,
You're gonna have people in the comments saying you're taking money out of the United States. You're not taking, you're taking money away
he's
from
in
the tax
India.
base.
He's in India.
Taking money from the tax base in the U.S. You're not
I
supporting
don't care. I don't care
US
what.
workers.
Yo, I don't care what. I
You're gonna
don't
get
care
all
what,
that, man.
I don't care
You're
what
gonna
none.
get all
I don't
that.
care what they say.
You're gonna get all that.
I don't care what they say. At the end of the day, I need I need to get something
start
done.
putting gyms in freaking India and Cambodia.
Might not be, but if you call customer service, you might get somebody over
You
there.
better just bring your clothes when we roll. 'Cause we work it out.
Well, we go with Ghana.
Yeah.
Oh, no
everywhere.
I like that.
Dubai's first.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dubai's first.
Dubai's March. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go. Yeah,
Should we have people come with us to Ghana or like meet us over there for a day or two?
it should be fun, man.
What's
yeah.
the dates, EA? It's in July.
We got to do a
something.
live pod in Ghana. We have to.
That's
do
what I'm
a live
saying. I
pod
can set
in
that all
Ghana.
up. I got the spot and everything.
Yeah, we got to.
We got to do
man.
that. Yeah. We got to stamp it. It's
Live
official.
live pod in Ghana. That would be crazy.
We got to find these chairs over there and all that.
right.
They made on the same
They probably
continent.
get-
That's what I'm saying. They came from there.
We can ship them. Man. We're going to PJ. Throw them on the back of the PJ. Throw
That is true.
them on the back
I don't
of
know
the
if you're
PJ.
gonna pay the gas for that.
July 8th to the 15th.
Huh? July 8th to the 15th.
Yeah, the 8th to
Okay.
the 15th.
Okay.
That's good.
That's where we going.
Yeah, that's
My wife's birthday like a week before that too, so that'll be a
great
great birthday
birthday
present.
present.
Yeah,
Great
So let's
birthday
go a week
present.
before, celebrate without the kids, then we do a week
Then,
with the
then
kids.
bring the kids, right?
What kids? My kid she got to come. She like 3.
The QA kids.
Oh, them kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, them kids. Yeah. I'm not really a chaperone. I'm just going.
And so you know you got to buy a ticket for your daughter now, because what is it, at the age of 2? Over 2 now?
Well, she ain't 2. She only 1.
Oh, she only 1?
Yeah.
In July?
You know they going to ask her what her age is at the gate.
He going to double back and tell me I got to buy a ticket. Now she ain't 3 no more.
They going
See how fast
to ask her at the gate and see if she
how old are you? Tootie gonna be like,
Tootie about to be
this many?
I'm a coacher the whole
That's why
time.
we gotta go.
Like
That's why we
this
should take the
many?
PJ.
What? That's why we should take the PJ.
I think we need to ask our friends.
That's
Yeah,
big
yeah,
homie.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
big
big
homie
yeah,
playing.
yeah, what's the,
We hold the plane, bro.
Yeah.
Go
If he
Connor.
want us to release this link.
Yeah. Look, man. Obviously,
Get out of here, man.
it's been dope, man. I know we've been on this long, but it's just some good information.
Great.
Dope.
Great.
I like kicking it with y'all, man.
Love it.
Any part words?
Oh man, I'm on 10. I'm
Massive
on 10
action.
right now. My energy through the roof. Yeah, I'm excited, man. 24 is about to be colossal.
Colossal.
Yeah.
Massive action, man. Massive action. Whatever it is, I don't care what you're working on, just massive action.
Facts. I'm gonna tell you, I'm trying to put down 12 million this year.
Let's go.
Talk about
12 M's. Woo. Let's go.
Profit.
Net.
I see that wall. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Side hustle.
I gotta get mine, man. I gotta get my studio built. So
$7 million side hustle.
How many? So that's the background for the studio, for our home studios, or
Yeah,
what?
you want, bro? Just say the word. Say the.
I know.
You already
I
got a
need
dope one.
Nah, but I need a joint to go in front of the window.
I got you.
That's gonna
Say
make
less.
the third,
Say less.
the third and fourth look.
Say
right,
less.
EA? Because when that wall spin around,
Yes, sir.
Hey, EA ain't say nothing about my equipment I put in the thing, man.
Yeah, we was gonna talk to you about that.
Yeah, a lot of,
He ain't say nothing about my equipment.
those are dinosaurs.
a lot of
My
that,
equipment, man. My home equipment.
Yeah,
We
a
was
lot
gonna
of
talk
that-
to you about that offline.
lot of that stuff-
You want to talk about it now? We just talking.
Yeah,
a
so
lot of
y'all
that-
like, oh, Lynch, that's dope. You got the whole. And I put my joint in there, crickets.
yeah, a lot of that stuff is gonna be in your background, right? A lot of
It's
that
gonna be on the
stuff
show.
is gonna be there. You might as well just come to the vault and just do it.
We'll put
Wow,
together a
I
package.
gotta come to the vault. I
Now,
still
we'll put
gotta
you in a
travel.
package.
I still gotta
We'll
travel.
put you up a package. Don't
All
worry
right,
about
all
that.
right. Hook me up.
But y'all know what it is, man. This is the Endgame podcast. We're gonna leave some important links down in the description. Make sure if you can and willing, please donate to the QEA fund for them to go to Ghana. I'm gonna be putting in $20,000 of my own money. So I appreciate you guys. You know what it is. This is the Endgame podcast. This is Max Maxwell.
Hey, I'm Rob Brown.
I'm Lynch Hunt.
You know what it is. Peace.
Peace.